This is a general reading for Pisces for the week of March 9th through the 15th. So if Pisces is your sun or moon rising or Venus, this is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. I am recording this on Sunday, and it is the first day of daylight savings time in the U.S. There's some time adjustment, but actually I feel like I'll have an extra hour because I have several videos to do. I have Nina here on the table, and Milo is wandering around. Nina had a good checkup at the vet's. She had her blood work done because I was very worried, having had the problems with Milo. I wanted to be sure that there's nothing that needs to be treated. The vet was very pleased with her good blood work. Her heart's good. So the next step is that she'll have her teeth cleaned, and then she'll go to the dog ophthalmologist for her eye to be checked. Nina's 12 now, and I got her when she was 10 in Portugal. Milo is wandering around and not doing well at all with his kidney failure. I think we're in the last stages. He goes to the vet on Tuesday, and I do not anticipate that he'll be coming back from the vets. Milo is the last of the 6 dogs that I took to Portugal, and he really wanted to come back to the U.S., and he has enjoyed the time of walking out in the yard and enjoying the sunshine. Milo is between 15 and 17 years old, and he has heart failure now. He has the kidney failure. He doesn't want to eat. I have to hand feed him, and now he's very uncomfortable and sort of whining. I don't know if he could find the water. I think that's what he was looking for. Now, if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. It's absolutely free. It helps support the channel. Also, to support the channel, comments, and if you like the video, thumbs up. Share the channel. Share the videos. That will help to grow the channel. I'm not monetized yet because I'm still doing the transition from Portugal to the U.S., having to work on all those logistics for the Google ad. And one of the reasons, besides getting monetized, once I'm monetized, then I can start doing some live streaming for the subscribers. And I wanted to be able to do that so that we can have things like a live where you can ask for a little mini reading of 3 cards, and that would be for subscribers. So I'm working on it, and this week I will have time to sit down with the computer and try to figure it out, because I even had a tech come and he couldn't figure out how to switch over the location for the Google ad. So, I'm working on it, and it should be resolved in a couple of weeks. The other thing I'm working on is that I am going to be starting doing readings at a local bookstore in a couple of months. And the readings can be by phone or in person. And I will put the link when it comes time so that you could call. My schedule would be posted on a regular basis. I'll be there consistently on certain days and times. You just phone in, and they take care of the logistics of scheduling the appointment that day. And if you want a personal reading, then if you're in the Vegas area, you could come for a face-to-face reading. So the next step I have to do is licensing is required by the city to do readings. And so I will be going to the city, filing my application, but it takes a couple of months for background checks and everything. So that's coming up. At the point where I am doing readings there, I will not be doing readings through my YouTube channel because I want to be transparent and don't have any conflict of interest. However, the cost of the readings through the bookstore are very affordable, which is, besides their reputation, which is very good, and they've been here for a long time, is that their prices are very comparable to what I charge, which means that they are affordable for most people. So stay tuned for that coming up. Now, I do have my new oracle cards that I'll be using, and I'm using the Rider deck today. The Rider Tarot. Milo, It's okay, honey. Just lay down. It's okay. See, he's very uncomfortable. And I had a friend over who I met because I worked at dialysis clinics, and she um, was a dietitian for the dialysis clinics. And it's when the kidneys don't work, it's sending all that poison throughout the body. And that's where Milo is right now. Is that all those poisons, and the vet had said that pacing and panting, those are signs of pain, and he has been pacing for a couple of days. But we do have the appointment with the vet, and so, I want to wait to go to that particular vet. So I'm hand feeding him, giving him lots of loves. If you would send light and love to him as he transitions, because I know I have my pack waiting for him. Because I think he's lived with most of the dogs there, and I don't know which one's going to be waiting for him. If it's Teddy, who I probably hadn't mentioned, because Teddy was a little Shih Tzu that crossed over, like he was the first one when I was in Portugal. Or it could be also Gypsy, because Gypsy was the alpha of the pack and worried about all the other dogs. So one of them's waiting for him, I know. Now, let's see what we have coming up this week for you, Pisces. And the very first card we have is the Six of Cups. Help from someone you know, or a return of someone you know. Crossed over by the Ace of Wands. So it could be help from someone for new endeavors. At the base of it is the High Priestess. Behind is the Eight of Cups. That's behind you. What's on your mind is the seven, it's the Lovers, which is the major arcana. I put the post-it on it already. So crowning you can be Lovers or can be a decision. We'll see what other cards come with that. Ahead of you is the Knight of Cups. So, right now you have the Six of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Lovers, and the Ten of Cups, or the Knight of Cups. So there's lots of cups or relationships or home around here. Then we have the Justice card. The Hermit. You have a lot of major arcana also. The Two of Swords. And the final outcome is the King of Pentacles. Now that's a good card to have, depending on what's with it. The Chariot. Okay, I think that there's going to be some movement maybe to a job or a job offer or more money. Then we have the Empress, the Hermit with the World, Justice with the Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups with the Hierophant. Then we have the Lovers with the Death card, Eight of Cups with the Page of Pentacles, the High Priestess with the Eight of Wands, and Temperance with the Knight of Wands. Lots of major arcana: the World, the Hermit, Justice, the Empress, the Chariot, Temperance, Hierophant, Death, and the Lovers. So lots of major arcana, lots of major things going on in your life, right, Pisces, for this week. Now, looking at the cards in the World indicates an ending of a chapter, the ending of a cycle. And so it's an ending, and I also see movement. So it's the transition as you're going from one chapter to another. The Death card, which is crowning you, doesn't mean death, it means transition. So you have a couple of cards here that show a transition time. It's a renewal, a change, transformation. Because your reading's about, first, from the past, a new beginning, the Ace of Wands. Now, this can be a friend or someone offering you some help. Oh, their model's going into Nina's bed, which is one of those thunder beds, which is good because that will help him. Yeah, he's getting situated in Nina's bed. So it's the Six of Cups. So it can be a friend from the past. It could be a relationship from the past, but a new opportunity, a renewal. If I look at this, it can be, for example, someone telling you about a job, offering you a job, offering you some help, maybe some business opportunities or a project that they're starting, or some collaboration on a project. But it's help, an offer of help. Could be, financial. It could be home. It can be reaching out even for a relationship. I don't think so, though, because it's the Ace of Wands. So new opportunities that are coming up as you're in this transition time. And then we also have Temperance crossed over by the Nine of Wands. Temperance is don't push, be patient. It can be being patient. That timing is the timing of the universe, not necessarily the timing of what you want. I know it is all timing because if it isn't, if you push it, then the synchronicity is off. If you're in the right timing and you're in the flow, then things start smoothly going along. It's like the dominoes when they're all stacked up and you hit the first domino and it goes boom, 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 boom. That is the temperance. That's the patience. If you try to push it, it could be that you hit the first one and it's not aligned, and then it doesn't go and flow. It will be off. It will stop, go, or you have to restart it. So it's important to listen to the timing of the universe, to be in the flow of the universe, to listen to your spirit guides, and be patient. You have many responsibilities right now. However, as you wait, you will see that it will be the flow and is in the flow of the universe. Even though you have many responsibilities, which is by the Nine of Wands, it will be much easier. It will be seamless because you're not going against the tide. You are in the flow. It's like if you are in the ocean and you're swimming against the tide, it's going to take a lot more energy. And also, if you are coming when it's flowing in, you ride the wave, and it's much easier. And that's ride the wave, be in the flow, and those responsibilities that you have will be much easier. It will be seamless, and you'll be able to handle it much easier. Because at the base of it is the High Priestess and things rapidly changing. The High Priestess is guidance from above in this case. Listen to your spirit guides. Listen to what they say, because there's many activities going on around you. And again, being in the flow, the Nine of Wands, this is the Eight of Wands, which is things changing rapidly. And it is clearing the way for new beginnings. You have the Death card, you have the World card, which indicate the end of something. And you have the Ace of Wands, new beginnings. So things are starting to change rapidly. Listen to your spirit guides. Things are flowing. Things are changing. Look for the signs. Because behind you is a message about money, Page of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. It can be that, the moon indicates things that are hidden, that you don't have the clear picture, but looking at, meditating, you will have a clear picture of the Eight of Cups is feeling a sense of that whatever the situation was, which is now in your past, you had a sense of incompleteness. There was, things were sort of out of sync, but you didn't know what it was, because you get a Page of about Pentacles, and that helps you with the clarity, and it could be also your aha. It could be that a job is ending, or it could be new opportunities coming, or it could be that you're being considered for a job. It could also be Um, it could be, for example, financial dealings relating to a domestic relationship. It can be moving. I get for someone that maybe you're getting a message about the Page of Pentacles and you're going to move because you were feeling incomplete where you are, or it wasn't resonating with you anymore. It can be that the Eight of Cups, that at one point in your life it resonated. However, your energy has changed. There's new opportunities for you to come, and so it's looking at the Eight of Cups and making that shift, as you yourself have made the shift, because what's on your mind is the Lovers and the Death card. The Lovers, the Death card is a renewal. It's an ending and a beginning. Now, the Lovers could be an ending and a beginning related to a relationship, related to a move, or some decisions that you're going to make. The Lovers can be a decision related to the ending of one cycle of your life and looking at the future and the direction. So it could be deciding what do you want to do next, because you do have the Ace of Wands. So that's what's on your mind. What do you want to do? You know that something's ending, and you have some decisions to make. Because what's right ahead of you is the Knight of Cups and the Hierophant. The Hierophant can represent government. It can represent conventional thinking. And the Knight of Cups, it could be moving. It could be approvals for house. It can be someone offering you some help. It can also be, moving forward. It can be energy, moving forward to a job, moving forward to a relationship. But it's got the Hierophant, so it could be someone making some decisions. It could be the influence of some decisions by the government or by an organization that then you move forward. Could be approval for, let's say, an apartment. Or it can be, this sounds strange, but adoption or foster care. That decision about by the government related to approval for foster. I don't know if someone's thinking about being a foster parent or adopting or something, but it could be a government decision about that because it's movement and related to home. That's just, let me know if someone's thinking about being a foster parent or adopting. That was a hit, and I would like confirmation. But it's some sort of a government decision and moving forward, and it's related to home. Could also be wrapping up a domestic situation too. Then we have, again, and I say again, this is domestic. The Justice card, which is a legal situation, keeping balance, as the Queen of Cups. Again, it can be home. It can be some decisions. It could be keeping your balance. The Queen of Cups can also be making some decisions, keeping balance. Do you have the Patience card? Yes. Okay. That it can also be making some decisions, or some, there's keeping the balance, some changes within the home, and being in the flow. It could be activities related to the home and some changes there within the home, not necessarily the physical home, but the family relationship core, and keeping your balance. It can be legal decisions related to that. It can be, because it's the Queen of Cups. It can also be related to moving and decisions about that. But I do think it could also be, again, if someone's looking at some domestic or some decisions related to money and government, that's also a possibility this week as you've been waiting. Because here we have the World, which is the end of that chapter, and the Hermit. The Hermit is looking at something objectively, getting the whole picture and looking for the truth of it as a chapter ends. This is really wrapping up what you've been going through, getting a true picture. So it has to do with the temperance. It has to do with justice, keeping your balance. It has to do with moving forward, looking at opportunities. It's all wrapped in together, and you're looking at the truth as that cycle ends. Then we have the Empress and the Two of Swords. This is deciding what do you want to manifest. The Two of Swords is looking at the crossroads, some decisions ahead. You feel like you don't have all the information yet. You're blindfolded, so you're still seeking for information. And what do you want to manifest next? Because this is putting out the energy of what do you want, because you have the Eight of Cups in the past, which is going to help you in deciding the direction you want to go in the future. Then we have here, the final cup is moving forward in the King of Pentacles. Now, this represents, the King of Pentacles represents prosperity. It can be a new job, it can be money coming to you, and it's the Chariot is now that chapter's ended, you're free to move forward to new opportunities. It can be a new job, it can be a promotion. But there's something going on in movement now forward. New chapter, ending of one chapter and renew, and a new chapter ahead. Now I'm going to pull the oracle cards for you. And let's see what we have here. Okay, the first card, and I need to put my crystal here, right there to cleanse. Okay, Wisdom of the Oracle. And what do we have here? Angels and archangels and spirit guides in the light. What do we have for our message for our Pisces? And angels and archangels and spirit guides in the light. What is the message for our Pisces? Right here. There. And here's the card. And the card is All That Glitters. I haven't had this for a while. So, as you're looking forward, it can be, the Eight of Cups, that all that glitters, the shiny, can be deceptive. So that could be why the Eight of Cups, that you thought it glittered, but when you got close to it, it didn't really glitter. That it was like fool's gold. And that maybe you were on one path, and once you got there, you're thinking, well, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Fool's gold, pyrite, looks like gold, but it isn't gold. And sometimes we look at a goal. Once we get there, it can be many things. It could be a job that you had where it was you'd always thought that you wanted that job. That it could be a management job. It could be with all the titles and all the perks. But when you get there, all that glitters didn't really glitter. Or looking at and having accomplished something, and once you get there, it's not what you thought it was going to be. So it's a reassessment, which is the Justice card, balance, the Eight of Cups, looking at really what you want and moving forward, because this is the time for things to open up. The Death card, for example, that's your new chapter. So we'll put that card there. Well, Milo's still wandering. I worry about him because I know he's not feeling too good. Okay, angels and archangels. This is the other deck. This is the Career and Life Oracle. And let's see what we have here for you, Pisces. And Pisces, you're also one of the very intuitive signs. So follow your intuition. The High Priestess, the Hermit, follow those. Listen to what your spirit guides. Listen, take time and listen with and you will be guided. And angels and archangels and spirit guides, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Here we go. And the card is honest work. It's okay to have a job that's not very glamorous. Ah, that doesn't glitter. Get some experience to help you move up in the future. Success is a process, not a quick fix. So here's your all that glitter. And then here's the card about honest work. Get some experience to help you move up in the future. Success is a process, not a quick fix. So it may be that you take a job and people look at it thinking, well, that's not too glamorous. What do you do? Well, it's learning something. It's a new path. I was just reading on the social media about the CEO of In-N-Out Burgers, which is local, California and Nevada, for example. And, they're very, very successful, and people like working there. They pay very well. They have great bonuses. They acknowledge. And it's the daughter, the founder, was talking about when she went to work there. She started at the ground level, and she waited 2 hours in line, like everybody else, to apply for an interview, to get an interview. Now, people would say, well, that's not too glamorous, and why did he want to, be cooking fries or flipping burgers or standing outside with the microphone? Well, she learned a lot, and she's very successful. This company is very, very successful, and people, when they come to Vegas, sometimes their very first stop is the In-N-Out Burger. So it's, sometimes you start and you're learning a lot just where you are, and people don't think that's so glamorous. But the glitter sometimes can be very false. And I think it's very interesting that I just read about that. But I was talking to someone one time that worked there, and they were on their break, and they had gotten great Christmas bonuses. Like, I think everybody got like some camping stuff or something. I mean, really good stuff. Not just a candy bar. Now, the next one we're going to pull is the law of positivism. And angels and archangels and spirit guides. And angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is the message for our Pisces? And angels and archangels and spirit guides. And the other thing that comes to mind is that everybody's job is important, regardless, because it all fits in together. And what if we wanted all the same job, or we wanted the same thing? Then there would be all these other jobs, which people have their own niche to learn or to want to do. And so every job is interconnected and just as important. The CEO who makes the business decisions is just as important as the person who unlocks the door in the business or is sweeping up the floor, keeping it all clean. What would happen if we didn't have anybody to clean up? It would not be a place that we would want to be after maybe one day, especially after a week. And so every job is important. Every job is important, and remember that. And that each one of them makes up the whole. Angels and archangels and spirit guides, thank you. Okay. And the card we have is, I let the healing energy of my heart heal my body from any discomforts. There. Okay, so that's self-healing. Then the next card is our Louise Hay, right here. Oh, and if you want a reading now from me, the link is down below. Just send me an email, and it can be video or it can be live on WhatsApp. So if you want a reading, just send me an email. And angels and archangels and spirit guides. And what's the card here? Right here. I am willing to change. I'm willing to release all negative beliefs. They are only thoughts that stand in my way. My new thoughts are positive and fulfilling. There you go. Change your mind, change your life. Isn't that what Louise says? And then the last one is ask your guides oracle card. Okay. Angels and archangels and spirit guides of the light for our Pisces. That is the card that we have. Thank you. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And here we have the card, which is limitation, nature's spirits. It is number 44, master number 44. That noise you hear is Milo's identification tag. It's hitting the floor as he walks around because he's short. A little doxy. Well, he found Nina's bed again. Okay. This is unfamiliar, arrogance, humility, availability. Seek guidance from those who have gone before you. The road you are navigating has been traveled by others who know the way better than you, so ask for advice. They can show you how to proceed because they are familiar with your challenges and can share their wisdom. Ask for direction rather than fumbling in the dark, trying to figure things out and losing your way. And the nature spirit's message to you, listen and learn from others. They make it easier for you. Mentors, people who work there, your spirit guides. Ask. Okay. I thank you so much for your support of the channel. And until next week, Nina and I are sending you light and love from Las Vegas.